Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. This is gonna be your mid-monthly reading, and I'm gonna start by pulling some symbols first. Then I'm gonna jump into your coffee cup. By the way, if you're new here, I am Divine Light, and I'm so happy you joined me today. And if you haven't already, go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe. It's a free way to support the channel. Hit the bell so you never miss a video. And also, I'm gonna put in the comment section till the 15th. There's gonna be a sweepstakes with a video that I have posted. It's the new moon in Gemini video. And if you go ahead, comment down below, watch the video, you can actually get a chance to receive a free reading from me. We have the sunrise here, new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start is waiting for some of you already. And it says the financial pinch here with the lobster. Let's see what else we have. Table, hard work ahead. I feel like something might be happening because the universe might be pushing you to actually work on something, maybe work a little harder than usual. What happens there is this is about you actually drawing your boundaries or strengthening your boundaries, because it seems like you've been sick of something already. Maybe you're already sick of the financial pinch, and that's why after you start putting the energy and the work into it, you're going to have the happiness at the end. Okay, we have a dog here far away, and this friend is thinking of you. Maybe if you're thinking of someone too, it's time to pick up the phone and call this person and connect. Okay, let's dive into the coffee cup now. I see a chunk of money showing up maybe towards the end of the month here. And in your heart, I see there's not much of a clarity about certain situations. I see so many pathways are opening, but I don't know if you're going to take any of them. First one, seems like there's a highway, maybe an opportunity showing up, but you're not really taking that one. But there's this, I'm sorry. There's a second one opening here, and I see a man here with a hat, and he's actually looking at a heart. You're preferring something wide open compared to something really dark, and your heart is into it. I feel like this might be a situation that you keep repeating and expecting different results each time, while you have something better opportunity like available to you. So there might be also, that's why you might have the pinch here. Sometimes in certain situations, maybe you want to go on an adventure, but you don't have the financial means to go to it because the universe doesn't really allow you to go to it until you sort your situation out. This can be with a person that you need to draw boundaries. Okay, now it's starting to get clear to me. Maybe this distant friend already knows that you shouldn't be going on that adventure. I told you there is a person wearing kind of like a hat here, but I see like a long nose, kind of looks like a mosquito nose here. This person might be someone lying to you. Maybe you should just reconsider before you start to finance this thing. Okay, maybe that's why the universe is blocking you, because there's something better, an option available. I see there are two papers here. It can be like a new beginning. One of them has kind of like a little girl on there, kind of looks like a blonde little girl. This can be like a childhood dream or like a friend. Maybe if you're not blonde, it can be a friend of yours who has some things happening on a paper. She draws, like she shoots a heart shape here. It can be like a childhood dream coming true. How is that affecting you? You're probably going to be invited in this journey. Or another thing here, there's a conversation happening above this paper. Maybe you are being a part of the conversation, communication about this thing, okay? A pathway is dividing the papers here. There's a second paper coming forward, and afterwards we see like a dark silhouette. Kind of looks like a fox. Not exactly, but the mouth part kind of reminds me of a fox here. And there's also a stingray. They're like there's a hat carrying all of them. They're both animals that I think that you can, when you work hard enough, you can tame the fox, which is also indicative of if there's something lurking in the shadows. The fox can represent shadows. And if there's something lurking in the shadows that needs to be addressed right away, fox is also the sign that is coming forward. But the stingray here tells me that you need to be really smooth when you're taking care of that, because, you know, they actually cut the water in half when they're swimming, and they're really smooth. And also, they mind their own business. That's very important. Okay, the hat indicates that you're going to be given authority position, and in that position, in a situation, you're going to face some demons here. The fox can be showing that there's going to be shadow things coming forward. It can be even hidden information. That's why I see there's a paper first, a clear paper coming, but behind the paper there might be things that you don't know about coming to surface. That's why, like, you need to be really smoothly taking care of the situation, really looking at the situation, and try to see the answer very smoothly. This means that if no one is touching you, you shouldn't be bothering anyone either. Okay, I feel like this person or this thing can put you in a position to deal with other people. That's why I said, like, if you're dealing with other people, you shouldn't be, like, defending your territory is okay, but it's not about hurting and attacking others. Okay, this is not like you're going to war here. Another thing afterwards, I see there's a fire starting to burn, and we have here a person wearing like a big cloak or a fur coat. There's a fire behind them. Someone might actually burn a forest down in order to wear the fur coat, okay? Like maybe someone who has their mind fixated on the luxury or like wealth, or maybe they just do everything in their power to, you know, get what they want. I feel like the dog watching here, this dog might be also informing you about this kind of specific person, okay, or energies or characters. And I see there's a dog also screaming here. The dog can be someone who's motherly, loving, supportive of you and protective of you. And in this situation, these people are going to panic. Even though Aquarius, you're really calm, cool, collected as an air sign. You do not get panicked very easily, but maybe you should catch the energy in the room, okay? And these people are warning you. Maybe that's why you might think, okay, they're wearing I don't feel like the wearing fur coat is a cool thing, but you might initially think, oh, this person is cool, maybe I should hang around them. But they have a trail of burned forests behind, okay? So you should pay attention to that one too. And that's why I said here, there's like a comfortable pathway. There's a stiff, like there's like a tight pathway. I see letter H now, like a person maybe like holding the path, not allowing you easily. And you might think, oh, I like the challenge, but this time it's not a good challenge for you. I even see a baby elephant like looking really sad. Elephant can symbolize long-term financial security if you attend to it. So maybe like if you like, you need to pay more attention to that rather than paying attention to this person, okay? Another thing here, I see two horse head already. Like when you pay attention to, I see someone smiling with a big mouth open here. When you pay attention to this financial endeavor, two horses can symbolize two wish fulfillment, and they're all attached to each other. And the thing is, I feel like the elephant is not about like finding resources out of nowhere. It's about using what's available to you, what's in your hand to create something, okay? It can be the simplest thing, guys. It can be something that you have talent about, something like I see now online, there are people creating arts and crafts and special things out of like the scrap fabrics that they have at home. And I think there's this lady, she's her Instagram page is Medulla Textiles, and she's making this little altar that you can carry, and they're so beautiful. I don't really have access, like I cannot really get it shipped to me, but still, they're so beautiful, custom made stuff that she's making, and she has a quite following, okay? So that's like, when you look at that thing, and she actually has this little tarot decks and she puts them in there, and you can do that too. So you can come up with amazing ideas with the scrap fabrics that you have at home, or the things, nuts and bolts you have at home. Doesn't matter. But the thing is, when you come up with that, this is going to be something of a wish fulfillment here. And I see two people hugging. This can even be like bringing two people together, okay? It doesn't have to be fabric related or creative thing related. What's available to you is your talking skills. Maybe you're actually bringing people who cannot, like who has broken relationships, but it's so easy to fix together, and maybe helping them. Like now the closest thing that what I said I remember, I think, is like a marriage counseling, but it doesn't have to be that, okay? It can be something that your skills are good enough to do. You don't have to go finish in a different school for that. Towards the end of the month, there's a clean paper and a pathway opening for some of you. There's a tears of joy when this paper arrives. Some of you are going to have happy tears, and then it can lead to a pathway. This can be actually a ticket maybe given to you to go somewhere. It can also like give you an idea of, instead of being stagnant with where you are, you're just going to be like, even though this is dark, my heart is dark, I'm not seeing clearly, but I'm going to follow a new pathway opening here to go to the light, okay? I told you, when you are dealing with, here I said the elephant, there are many options that are becoming available, or maybe things are coming. I see kind of like a silhouette of the Mother Mary here. You might start receive some blessing, okay, when you start minding your own business. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see number 1 here. Number 1 is always a good sign. There are 2 desires flowing back to back to you. Your energy feels expanding through conversation and communication. You have many people here. And maybe this is about you starting to speak to many people, teach many people. Or maybe if you're already teaching, you might be a teacher, already have a lot of people, you might start to speak up, which I start seeing recently. People do not actually sit down in quietness and get quieted down anymore. They are actually getting on TV if you're doing something for like the whole humanity, and they're just actually defending the right thing. So it can be about that. But if this is about you maybe talking to your community, instead of like maybe you have a hostile community, they don't like people, they don't look like them, it is about maybe you speaking up for them, okay, and standing up for them. That's actually going to bring 2 desires. One of them, the second desire you have, is coming faster, which is bringing a victory. The first one has some time, guys. Maybe your initial desire is something that requires a little bit time to pass, okay? I see here, there's kind of looks like a scallion to me is falling. What happens is scallion is, I think from the head part, you can replant it again. Okay, so I feel there's a little pony in front of it right there. I don't know if you can feed the ponies to scallions as well. There is something, maybe a resource you need to use to feed your pony, your desire and wish, but this is a renewable source, especially maybe towards the end of the month showing up for you. Instead of maybe you're just renewing it, tossing this, actually you can maybe find a way for this resource to like replant it and grow it, guys, okay? Like, I don't know like the example for it, but I see like the scallion is a great example, because the onions can be planted, you can just plant the regular onion and just turns into a scallion, and then the head can be replanted, I think, and the carrots too. So it seems like here something that you're turning into, even though it looks like a one-time thing, if you're careful, you can turn into a long-term resource for yourself, okay? Let's see what else we have for tarot here. Knight of Michael is your actually like blunt and the brave side, strong, committed, intellectual, and diligent. And it's telling you to basically take a step forward, take time to move quickly, choose logic over emotions, and sudden changes are coming, but you need to really be like active here. That's what the Knight of Swords does. He's on the horse, and it's the fastest horse. This can also be an idea just coming to you immediately, and then you're acting upon the idea rather than waiting or delaying or procrastinating, okay? 5 of Michaels is 5 of Swords. This is maybe about you dealing with someone who is actually doing everything in their power to get their desires, but they're not really following ethical rules. You need to be careful about that. And this is, if this is you doing that, you're thinking that this is the only way I'm going to get everything that I desire, so I can be mean, or I can go like do things that are really, you know, can only benefit me, which I told you there is fox. I saw a creature and I said this creature can do anything to get what they want. Or fox can be a little shady as well. Like they go into the coop and they kill all the chickens. So That's not the way to go, okay? The Five of Swords indicates that. This is also a good sign for it. And there's something hidden behind it. There's a reason why, if there's a person that you're dealing with doing this, or you want to do it. But I feel like here, first, when you choose to do things right, the sun is revealing here why you're feeling or you're thinking that way, or the person that you're dealing with is thinking that way. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. When I say that way, I mean that, like, if I knock on the door, if it doesn't open, I break the door down. That's the attitude of, I feel like, Five of Swords, okay? So you don't have to break the door down. There's a key somewhere. You need to find the key, or maybe you need to knock on the door when everybody's not sleeping or somebody is available to open the door, okay? We have you're going strong with the Swords air energy, so there's probably a lot of intellectual challenges you need to face this month, especially mid-month. So use that head, guys. Do not procrastinate, because these are all, you see, moving images. None of them are like Nine of Pentacles vibe, like sitting or standing in a garden and watching what's happening. You're moving. Action is necessary. This month is going to be especially, you need to take massive action in order to get your desires. We have Six of Michaels here. This is Six of Swords. It's a light at the end of the tunnel. So you are actually going to move on from this situation that is forcing you to do things in a very pushy way. A breath a sigh of relief, breathe a sigh of relief, and make plans, relocation or travel. Six of Swords is actually moving on from stressful, really negative environment to calm, cool, collected environment. Another thing I'm going to tell you, because we have new moon in Gemini. Gemini is all about communication, intellect, thinking, and also it includes travel. I told you, maybe some of you are actually going to go ahead and have some travel happening for you. But the thing is, this is going to maybe even move you from one mindset to another, and it's going to happen in a very fast fashion. The most important part of it, I feel, you need to really have discernment while you're taking action, but do not wait when the time comes. And finally, we have Empress. Again, we have Libra energy, but then I said like a Taurus, Earth energy also wanted to show up. You're growing something that's useful to you, useful to people around you, and you are going to become the Empress, but it's not really the time to settle down yet. The time to settle down will show up for you, okay? That you're going to know when. This even says time to act upon your plans, take the necessary action, walk away from other people's drama. Do not get yourself deep into other people's intimidation. And creativity is rewarded. Yes, think with a creative mind. And it says luxurious or abundant resources. And it doesn't add it, but the Empress is the grower of the seeds. And she's actually sitting on a throne. And she's enjoying the creation as well. Okay, that there's going to be a time to relax coming forward. Let's pull some clarifiers to see what else is there for you. We had Knight of Wands with the Knight of Michael. So what's coming your way is going to be probably about something related to passion, that you really enjoy going forward, going with it. And it's also about like that gut feeling, that fire burning in your heart and gut, and you always wanted to accomplish things. Maybe you delayed it. It seems like the ideas are going to flow in a way that when you follow them, you're going to also, Knight of Wands is on top of a horse as well. And you're going to also like go after those desires, okay? That maybe the ideas are going to come first. When you pursue, you're going to start to see, oh, this is what I always wanted to do. You're going to find yourself in the right places, okay? We have Ace of Cups. That's why it says here, and consider taking more uplifting approach. When you do change your mind, the things will change. Ace of Cups is an emotionally fulfilling offer. Some of you might be really meeting with a soulmate and aligns with you. But this is a beginning. I would like to mention that we had the Ten of Cups showing up as a clarifier, which is a happy family environment, soul family being right there for you, supporting you. But it's going to start from somewhere, right? And it starts with the Ace of Cups here. When you do not choose maybe going like knocking the door down. When you say, you know what, I'm gonna knock the door or wait for the door to open, it seems like it's gonna open in a very beautiful way. And maybe you're not gonna deal with like the vision of, sometimes the visions comes to me like somebody's standing in front of this wooden massive round top on the door, and you're knocking on the door, and suddenly a giant opens the door that you don't want to deal with. But if you you knock on the door and wait for it, and if you're not kicking the door open, trying to kick it open, someone I feel like you would love to see will open the door for you. And that's the Ace of Cups. Okay, that's a new emotional beginnings. Seven of Cups comes with the Six of Swords. When you walk away from drama, this will give you a lot of headspace. Like you're gonna have a lot of thinking to do, because the drama clears out. You're gonna have a lot of like a peaceful moment, which can throw a lot of different ideas, or this can be many things coming to surface that you need to deal with. Can be emotional, can be mental, can be even situations, the cups to choose from. What happens with the Seven of Cups? We see someone here, she's looking at the cups and confused. What you can do is the Page of Wands. Follow, put it in an order, whichever makes you the most happiest and makes you ignite that passion, feel that fire within you. Okay, you can organize that priorities that way. We have Nine of Wands again. We had it in the beginning. It wasn't purposeful, but I'm gonna put it back in there. So Nine of Wands is either way, always protect your boundaries, guys. Okay, some of you might be in environments that you don't belong to, or maybe you're too much. They say like you're too much here, but it's not about you being too much. It's maybe they're a little lacking. That's why having strong boundaries is going to be important, because when you're in an environment they don't get who you are, they can ask from you all kinds of things, and it's your duty to actually draw the boundary. Okay, the Empress comes with the Empress. So yeah, the time to enjoy yourself is coming. This is like a double approval that you're going to be the creative mind in some situations. And that's why maybe the boundaries are important too, that you need to like make it known that why you're in certain environments. Okay, let's see the Oracle now. Wow, okay, Vanishing Mirror, ego sublimation. So yeah, make sure that you're dealing with people's egos. I feel like some of you might be dealing with yours, and some of you might be dealing with other people's egos that maybe requires a reality check, maybe requires just to walk away. So you need to assess the situation. If it's going to worth your time to maybe give someone a reality check, go ahead, sit there and explain it to them. But if it doesn't matter, walk away, okay? We have Fool's Empress. This is coming in the same position, even though I shuttled this deck for the other three, all of the air signs. So it's some of you are really starting a new beginning here, and this new moon in Gemini is affecting you in communication. And if you have like a broken heart here, and or a situation didn't really go the way you want it to be, transmuting pain indicates that that pain is going to turn into your power. Instead of just dwelling in the emotion of negativity, you need to switch it around and turn it, see the lesson inside of it, okay? And I feel like this new moon in Gemini is your time. And I heard like recently, like yesterday, I watched a video. This guy actually says that when you set your intentions on the new moon, and when your full moon comes, you release what doesn't belong to that intention, you get what you desire rather quickly. And he says being clear is important, because sometimes what we say is, I want to win the lottery. Okay, if that's your intention, you need to really clarify why you want that. Like you need to form an emotional attachment, not fear. Not fear. You're transmuting the pain. You're transmuting the fear here. Or you want to have a loving relationship. And first, you need to just define that person, and then you become, that's another thing that I heard. You need to become that person. You need to act like that person who is treating you that way. If you're treating yourself poorly, that's wanting something is actually one thing, but acting that way, that person owns it, is a different thing. these are all like thoughts, foods for thought. So consider it, think about it, and comment down below. Let me know. I read all of your comments. And there's a closing door coming forward. Some of you are leaving this painful era behind as well, which is amazing, beautiful here. Another one, we have Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future, while you are actually, yeah, you need to take cautionary measures, which we had the Nine of Wands twice here, which we see a person actually like building a fence behind them. You need to start doing that. This can be even like opening up an account, bank account, and start saving money in there. I don't want to be specific like savings account because that differs country to country. So like, or maybe start to save things for your future. It can be material things. It can be relationships. Maybe you had a great friendship in the past, but now you're falling apart. Maybe mending those is going to be also important. Okay. Let's pull one more and then we're going to pull your final message. What do we have here? Okay, we have wonders. Their wonderful stuff is waiting for you. And I have like a heavy purple color here. I don't know if you can see the purple theme. Purple is the third eye chakra color, guys. So some of you are going to receive intuitive guidance and you need to listen to it and listen to go with the guidance as well. There are actually teachers show you how to hear that. Okay, you can just Google it, you can put it in the YouTube and get connected. I don't know anyone specific, by the way. I just want to mention that. We have your final message, a beautiful bunny, which is the symbol of creativity, fertility, and growth, opportunity, and fast growth. Reconnect to Mother Nature's world of plenty, and you shall receive a myriad of miracles, which Empress said, I'm here, connect to me twice. So you need to maybe just get in touch with the Empress energy as well. Okay. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.